Good morning, my little holiday family. How are things going? Hope you woke up feeling good and ready to learn. We've got a great lesson number 13, all about black-capped chickadee. Have you heard the idiom, birds of a feather flock together? This phrase is a reference to how birds flock with their own type of bird. This is generally a true statement, but there are many exceptions. Chickadees are social birds who will flock with several other types of birds. You will often see them in a group with woodpeckers, nuthatches, warblers, and other small birds that can be found in woodland habitats. The glue that brings all these birds together is the chickadee. Chickadees have very distinct calls that communicate to all the other birds. Excuse me. They have a call for when food is found and a call for when danger is near. This keeps the whole party safe and fed. These flocks will stay together through the fall and winter, but generally will break up during late winter while pairs go to make nests and raise young. Now here's an interesting fact. During the winter, chickadees can lower their body temperatures to 50 degrees, when normally their body temperature is 107. This is not a very common trait in birds, but comes in very useful for the chickadee. When it is extremely cold out, this tiny bird needs to conserve as much energy as possible. This unique ability is called torpor, which is controlled hypothermia, and is how chickadees survive the long cold winters without migrating somewhere warmer. On a long cold winter night, the chickadee will crawl into a small enclosed area, like a hole in a tree, and drop its body temperature. Before dawn, it will emerge, warming itself by shivering. Oh, I find that interesting. I didn't know that. So here's an activity break. Look up some pictures of black-capped chickadees, and if you can, listen to what they sound like. Have you seen a black-capped chickadee near your home? I think you have. I think I have. What do chickadees look like? Well, in their appearance, even though these birds have a distinct call that carries far, they are a small bird at only 4.5 to 5.5 inches in length and weigh no more than half an ounce. They are easy to identify because of their distinct sound and appearance. They are very cute birds, not only because they are small, but because they have an oversized, fluffy head with a short neck that makes the black-capped chickadee look round or spherical in shape. Their tails are long and narrow. The black-capped chickadee is true to the name. The top of its head is covered in black as well as the front of its throat and beak. The black cap comes down just below its black eyes, making it difficult to see its eyes. The rest of the chickadees is mostly light gray and white with a white cheek patch. Black-capped chickadees will eat seeds, berries, and other plant matter, but they prefer insects, spiders, suet, sunflower seeds, peanuts, mealworms, and peanut butter. Suet is a mix of fats that birds will eat to help them stay warm. You will find birds that rely on suet at bird feeders where they are attracted to the fatty substances such as peanut butter that give them energy. Black-capped chickadees will also forage for food amongst twigs and on branches. They even perform tricks to get their food. They will sometimes hang upside down from a branch to glean food from hard-to-reach places. They will also hover in the air while grabbing food from feeders, very quickly grabbing what they want, then moving away. If they cannot find a bird feeder with the fatty foods they need, they will pick fat off dead animals that they find, even frozen ones, in the winter. So where do they live? What's their habitat? You can find black-capped chickadees distributed across the middle of North America, spanning from North USA all the way up to Alaska. These birds are not big travelers. They like to stay close to home, but they might move slightly south in colder times if they need to. They stay in mixed and deciduous forests, suburbs, and parks, and will find places with thick vegetation or cavities to sleep in. They prefer making cavities for their nests in dead snags or rotting branches where they can easily peck the wood to make a hole. They often choose alder or birch trees. Deforestation is one of the biggest risks that the chickadee faces. What's their life cycle? How long do they live? Black-capped chickadees start finding pairs in the fall, and they will stay together through the winter as part of a winter flock. In late winter, when the flock breaks up, the pair will go to find a place to build their own nests. They generally build their nest 5 to 20 inches off the ground, 5 to 20 feet off the ground, and will make an old nest to reuse or will excavate a small hole in a rotting tree branch. They work together to make or enlarge a hole for their nest site. The female builds the nest. She will often burrow a hole in a dead tree branch to place her nest and construct it with moss, grass, bark, feathers, and other materials. Chickadees only lay eggs once a year and can lay anywhere from 1 to 13 eggs. The eggs are very tiny, only half inch all around. They are white and reddish-brown dots. The female incubates the eggs for 12 to 13 days. During this time, the male will bring her food. If she needs to leave the eggs for any reason, she will cover them with materials from the nest to keep them warm. If the female senses dangers while sitting on her eggs, she will let out an explosive hiss that sounds like a snake. This usually will scare off the majority of threats. After hatching, the young will stay in the nest for 12 to 16 days. They begin to leave the nest when mom and dad leave food outside the nest to lure their young out. The parents continue to feed their young for about 10 days, while the fledgling birds learn where to find food and improve their flying skills. After about 10 days, the juvenile chickadees leave and begin to find their own food. When they are about 1 year old, they are ready to start their own brood. Their lifespan varies greatly, anywhere from 1 year to 7 years. Though they can live up to 12 years, they have many predators because they are so small. Chickadees' main threats are hawks, snakes, cats, and weasels. Well, here's another activity break. If you want to be able to tell different types of chickadees apart, listen to their calls. A black-capped chickadee uses a different pattern and tone than other types of chickadees. Go online and listen to the different calls and see if you can identify any in your neighborhood. All right, my darlings, it's time to listen to Mommy. Get out your notebooks, work hard, listen to Mommy, take care of each other, and have a great day. Granny loves you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.